Hello, my name is Ralph DeShong. I'm one of the business operations specialists with MOAR, and today I'd like to show you this video giving you an overview of the MOAR SharePoint site. So as you see here, I have the MOAR SharePoint site up on my screen now. Several ways you can get here. You'll probably hear me say redundant a few times, but there's multiple ways you can get here on this. You can bookmark it, have it across the top of your screen in your SharePoint itself. Make this a favorite so it's easy to click on. You can add it to your virtual workplace as another bookmark shortcut. But those are different videos. But right now, here it is, MOAR SharePoint. What we have here is divided into two sides, your left side and your right side. The left side is for individual specific needs that you need something for yourself or a volunteer for that one person usually. The right side is our collaborative side, if I like to call it. This side here is where you're going to find things that you can work collaboratively with other people, other lines of service, other different chapters together, those type of things. So let's look at what's in here. First section is lines of business or lines of service. You hear called both things. All one, two, they're all lined up right in here. You're going to spend the majority of your time looking in your line of service because that's where your team's working together on different projects. You can look in other folders, and this actually applies to all the folders on this side of the page and all the collaborative folders. You can look at all of them until you can't get into one. If you try to open a folder and there's, there might be something under finance, I don't know, that's locked because it's, private type thing. That's fine. If you get to a folder and you can't access it, it's because, it's private and you can, if you need to, you want to look at it, you just need to reach out to that line of service, that person who's working on that, and ask them for permission. If they let you, great. If not, okay. So anyway, so those are the different areas in the line of service. I say my stuff's all going to be in here. Typically, I don't need to go to any of these, and I'll explain that a little bit later in the collaborative approach. But next thing here is chapters. We have 7 chapters in MOAR. Each chapter has their own file cabinet, if you will, or a folder here. These are typically maintained by that chapter's ED, and they run things, collaborative approach. But here's Joanne, for example, for Kansas City, North Missouri. Again, you can feel free to look through there at all the interesting stuff the chapters are up to. Next on down the list is support documents, teams, current programs, projects. Just the name itself, kind of shouts collaboration, right? So these are the things, if you're working together in groups, doesn't matter if you're in the same service, line of service, chapters, whatever. Sometimes you're on a focus group working together. Those documents, that meeting notes, those type of things that you're going to find in here. Betas, we've been through so many betas in our regions. Over the years, you're going to find information on previous betas, future, current, all that kind of information is there. So again, just by looking at these, you can tell this is a collaborative thing that people working together, and that's where you'll find that information. If you're not involved in one of those, you don't really even need to look unless it's just curiosity. So again, most of these should be unlocked. Feel free. Down below that is our birthdays and anniversary list for the current month. So each month we change these accordingly. And this month of August, it's like Austin Norman, Jenny Solomon both had birthdays on the 10th and 17th. Happy birthday, respectively, on those dates. And then on the other side here, you're going to see people who are having their anniversaries, yearly anniversaries in the month of August and what year it is. We got a new person here, first year, Emma. And then the lengthiest one, David Dillon's his 14th anniversary. So happy anniversary and happy birthday to everybody on the list. So that's kind of nice. Again, that's a collaboration thing. You reach out, wish them happy birthday, and that's where you'll find that information. So that's kind of what is on our right side. Again, right side, right collaboration, Red Cross. Anyway, so on the left side, these are things more for specific needs, usually for individuals. What is it you need for yourself or for a volunteer or maybe those type of things. Each one of these has specific information based on what it says. Employee contact list is a good one too. If you're trying to get a hold of somebody, you just know their name. As you haven't got them in your address book yet, this is where you're going to find that information. If you need to contact me later and you forgot my last name or whatever it is, I'm operations, you can scroll down through here and find operations. And everybody in humanitarian services will be listed. We don't have biomed in here, but you look for operations. departments. I missed there. Operations. There's Ralph. And this has the phone number and email of everybody in humanitarian services. So that's where you find that. Let me go back to the left side. So just different things in here. Some of these, again, are redundant. Your reservation counters for fleet and calendars. You can find those other places through one source, RC Reserve. But again, information is here. You need to go on there to reserve something. You can do it that way. Information for new employees. A lot of the documents and stuff that we're covering now, we are revisiting this now and trying to make this a little bit better. So it may change what it looks like, but this is where you'll find the link to these documents that are important to you, especially when you're first checking in, and some of them for later on too. The big one on here though is the I need something. Let's take a look at that, because that's when you want to get something in your hands. Click on I need something. Your right side is going to change to the I need something page now. First section here, you're going to see a picture of all the 4 business operations specialists. It currently lists the positions or the roles that we have. That's going to change by the end of the year. It's going to just list the chapters that we serve. And each one of us will do everything for those chapters. That will be changing in the future. But right now, this is where you can find our smiling faces of all of us. And right below that is our most frequently asked about links. These are things that over years people, that's what they ask about. What's what they need. Tax exempt letter is a good example. We work in 4 different states. So you click on here, it's going to take you to the source of where you can find the information for the states that we're working. Or maybe you're traveling to Alabama for a conference. You can find that information, take that tax certificate with you. You just click on there. So that gives you access to all of that. That's one of the more common ones on the links, but they're all pretty common. And just different things like that. Just kind of scroll through there. You might find something that's not on here, but let us know. We might be able to add it. And below that is the request for operations. Request for operation departments. Basically, what you request is coming to us, and we're going to make sure that we get you what you need. Most common ones here is usually business cards, name tag requests, access to buildings. Most all of these takes you the links to a Microsoft Forms form that you have to fill out some information. Majority of them will require information and hold you until you put that with the red dot, means you got to asterisk. You have to fill those out. You hit submit, and when you hit submit, that form comes to all of us in operations, and we know right now based on if that would be me this month. Any requests for postage and shipping labels, IDs that's coming to me. In the future, we'll change that up and we'll check. Each of us will take those requests for our chapters, but just know that one of us is going to take it for sure. So that's where those goes. But here's all these individual things that you can request. If there's something on here you need that's not on here, let us know. Just give one of us a call. Go in here and find us and say, hey, help me out here. And that's what we're here for. And like I said, I've mentioned redundant multiple times. Everything in here, in the MOAR SharePoint, I think just about everything in here can be found other ways, can be accessed other ways without ever having to go to MOAR SharePoint. But I guarantee you're going to want to be in SharePoint because that's the easiest way. And we've put all these things in together in one location and make it easier to limit the time that you're out looking and searching for these things. So the more time you're looking for stuff, instead of just getting to it really quickly, takes away from that time that you could be out delivering Red Cross services in our community. So that's what it's all about, is make this a little bit easier, make it easier, convenient for everybody so they can spend more time delivering the mission. So that's what we want. And I hope this helps you out. Have a great day and welcome aboard.